you doing? You're at the pool, but you're supposed to meet me at the golf course. Oh, okay. Oh, better hurry up and get to the golf course. I have a meeting after I shoot 9. That's what some of the people at Best Buy actually do. They have this unusual motivated workforce that they can work any hours as long as they accomplish their goals on time. Whether they do it at the golf course, poolside, teleconferencing, anything. But they have this motivational program to help them put them over the edge. We don't have that at Verizon, unfortunately. So this motivation is a distinguishing characteristic of a successful enterprise. Best Buy, big electronics. And they get the people to perform, whether the task takes 16 hours, 8 hours, as long as it's done by the date. And these people take that time. Because humans are complex, it's difficult to motivate them, just like a horse. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. So motivating people would be easy if we were all alike. But we're not all of the same mold. If we were, it would be really scary. As a leader, it's your goal to understand the needs of your team members. A motivated team will overcome the obstacles of all types. Though it's part of your job, you're not primarily responsible for motivating your team members to a successful performance, but it is your job to motivate them. As Blessed Mother Teresa, one of her quotes is, God doesn't require us to succeed. He only requires that you try. So the emphasis is that you try instead of not doing anything at all. There are basic principles of motivation. Rewards are preferred over punishment. Of course, punishment sort of inspires you, but you do more with a reward. You do it more willingly with a reward than a punishment. Next is the misuse of rewards actually demotivates. So if you have a program with your children, hey, you help me. Well, you give one kid a nickel for helping you mow the lawn. Next, the older son comes by, he mows lawn, you pay him $5. The little kid's like, hey, and the little son, wait a second, I only got a nickel, why'd you get $5? So that misuse of rewards would demotivate the little one from volunteering anymore. And may discourage the big one a little bit, but mostly the younger one. Next is meaningful work. Way back in the days of the Depression, there was lots of people out of work, and they needed some way to jumpstart the economy and give people something to do. So I think it was Eisenhower and Roosevelt gave a meaningful project to them. It's like, hey, let's get everybody together, let's build roads, let's dig this, but let's just get everyone together and do something. Sure, it may be manual labor, but at least you're doing something useful for the prosperity of the country. Next is to act like a leader. People look to you in various situations, and a lot of people want to follow. So when you least expect it, someone may come up to you and say, please, tell me what to do. Whether you're expert or not, they're looking to you to be that leader. And they look to you to be that leader because they want to believe in you. They want somebody to believe in. And if you believe in yourself, and because they believe in you to answer their question, they believe in you to guide them, then that should motivate you to do the right thing and to help these people. Next, we have what we call motivators. The biggest motivator of all. That's why we're here. We're motivated to work, to earn money so we can buy things and pay for things. Biggest motivator around. Second motivator is, for those who are go-getters, more responsibility. You had one to-do list? Oh, now you got 2 to-do lists. So you're inspired to do more with what little time you have. Crazy. Next is the promotion, getting ahead in work. Sure, I'm just a little data entry person, but you know what? I want to be a programmer someday. So you do your data entry good, and we find the opportunity to become the programmer, to take the next step. And if you do your data entry really good, I enter 2,000 words a minute. Okay, we got to get you onto coding because there's a lot of coding to be done. Another aspect of motivation is public recognition. For example, in our club, we publicly recognize those who had the best speech that day. And it's a majority rule, but it's nice to know that someone wanted to recognize you as a good speech. And lastly, praise. We all love to hear what a great job Arnie did at the humorous speech contest as a target speaker. What a great job Kevin did telling us about his love-hate relationship with a cell phone and directing it towards us at Telecom. Next, I offer some tips. Tips for motivating people. You want to recognize them immediately or within a fair amount of time, because you may want to, someone just saved you $1,000. Well, you want to recognize them, but you know what? Maybe I'll give them a little cut of the money I saved. So it may take a short time to say, okay, here, you saved me $100, I'll give you $10 of it. That's a motivator. Be specific with your reward. We have for example, I have a program to try to get my kids to do chores at home. And my downfall is I have an idea for a reward, but I haven't been able to quite implement it. So these kids are not motivated. I have to sit down with these kids and motivate them. But I can't, I'd like to reward them for their desired behavior, wanting to do the chores. Yes, help me, because I can't do it all. If I do it all, then I don't spend any time with you. Then you can punish undesired behavior. That's a favorite thing to do. But you have to do it preferably as a teaching moment. Because if you demoralize them and beat them into the ground, sure, kids, they may get back up, but adults are a little bit more sensitive as they've been through a lot, that you want to, make it a teaching moment. Say, you did this bad. Well, you can say, well, what about if did you think about this? And you go, there was a teaching moment to help them move on. Eliminate the demotivators. We had some demotivation, like the rewards and various other things. I don't have a list of demotivations at the moment. And lastly, you want to match the skills or the desire to the job or task at hand. That way it's a benefit. It's a win-win. You have a person who likes A and you have task A. Great. A equals A. But A may like to do B, but there's option C over here. Well, yeah, may be a match, may not. But you want to try to find that match. So, in conclusion, you want to understand what inspires the individuals around you. Take a moment, ask them, how can I help you, or what can I do to encourage you to help me go to the humorous contest speech at Mulligan's on Monday? How can I get you to come be the awe counter for the meeting? Because I'd really like your help. So these team members will be committed to your goals and are willing to work with you if you develop that handshake with them. You'll have a climate that fosters motivation and, in turn, the success. Thank you.